Poetry Center, bringing poetry to Patterson since 1980 at Passaic County Community College.
I'm very pleased to welcome you here. I'm Maria Mazziotti-Gillen. I welcome you to the Poetry Center at Passaic County Community College, the Hamilton Club. And there are a couple of things I want to say before we start, and that is that none of these programs would be possible without the grants we get from the New Jersey State Council on the Arts, the National Endowment for the Arts, Target Foundation, I know I'm going to forget something, individual donations from people, and also the support of Passaic County Community College, which I think has been very forward-looking in being willing to support cultural programs, and we do a lot of cultural programs here. In addition, I have to say that John, for all the years we've been doing this, we have a TV program called Poetry Works USA, and now that it's digitized, I don't think I had a chance to tell John Ming, but the academic vice president came in to see me the other day, and he said, you know, I have to tell you, I've been watching your programs on, apparently they're on whatever, he could click on our website and some of the programs are there, and he said, oh, I just love them. He said, they're so wonderful, I'm so grateful, and thought, oh, I have to remember to tell John, and of course I'm not remembering until right this minute, to tell John how great, he said, really, I watch them, I listen to them over and over, and he said, it's so wonderful to have that library there, to be able to just click on it and hear people reading their poems and to realize how much poetry has to do with ordinary life. The other thing I want to say is Smita out there. Yes, Smita and Sue. Okay, I want to say that although I have a tendency to selfishly say I started this, and to refer to it as my program all the time. My husband said I used to do that about our kids. Those are my kids. And so I must be basically extremely selfish. But in any case, none of this could be done without, you know, Smita. If you send poems to the magazine, she's the one that takes care of all the details. If I need help, I yell, Smita, Smita, help me. And Smita runs to help. The other person who's become really indispensable to me is the poet Sue Lembo-Bailey. Stand up, Sue. Let's give her a round of applause. Really, none of these programs would be possible. Sue does an enormous amount. I sort of threw her into the job, and she learned how to do grants, and she learned how to do press releases, and she learned how to organize programs, and she learned how to do all this stuff with very little help. Just figured it out, and it's amazing to find somebody like that, and it's not easy to find somebody like that who can operate at that level of efficiency. She's also a wonderful poet, and if you haven't seen her book, Sinatra, The Chuperettes, and Me, you have to get it. I hope that's going to be on TV, John. Don't cut that part out. But let's give a round of applause to the people who really help with all the programs that we do at the Poetry Center. And we couldn't do any of this without them. I will also mention Nicholas Rodriguez, who is the Associate Director of the Passaic County Cultural and Heritage Council, which at this point started in 1980, but Sue Bailey has been running the Passaic County Cultural and Heritage Council for the past 5 years, and it is responsible for giving grants to arts organizations throughout the county and history organizations throughout the county. So all of these things are really important. The other person just walked in, and that's Nicholas Rodriguez. Nicholas is the executive director of the Inner City Ensemble, and I remember him, I'm so old that I remember him when he was still Nicky. And he was in the Inner City Ensemble as a 15-year-old, I think, before he went to Juilliard. And we are so lucky to have gotten Nicholas to join us and to help run the Passaic County Cultural and Heritage Council, and to also help with the grants and all the reports and all the rest of it. And we're also lucky that he's still in Patterson and that he came back to Patterson. to restart the Inner City Ensemble, which gave him his star, and which is now giving the star to lots of other people. I do want to say one other thing. You see there's artwork in here. We have 3 art galleries here. That we have an art gallery curator, Jane Hall, and she takes care of that. We have a permanent art collection. I had a little idea about 10 years ago that, maybe more, but I don't know, some time ago, that I'd ask people who exhibited here if they would give us a painting for our permanent contemporary art collection. And it started as a little thing. I mean, it was sort of nervy when you showed here, would you give us a, and Jane goes, I can't ask, and I said, I can. So we now have a really big contemporary art collection. And it's very exciting to me that it's such a big collection at this point. And we've had Al Tacchinelli is a Philadelphia artist who studied with some of the famous graphic designers, and he keeps giving us his babies, he calls them, the artwork that he bought from people that he studied with, and his own artwork. So that's a big part of our collection. Sue, honey, do you remember the name of the Clarence Major? Clarence Major gave us 5 paintings. Clarence Major is a black writer, both a novelist and a poet from California. He's a wonderful artist. He wanted to give us this entire collection. We had to turn it down because I said, we really can't. We don't have the space. We don't have the resources to take care of it. We can't just take it and then not have some place to show it. But it's been very, very exciting to have that happen and to see that collection grow the way it's grown. We also, if you look in the hallway, see the Federici collection, which is a studio collection of Federici, who was an Italian-born sculptor who did a lot of sculpture, all the city sculpture, all the municipal sculpture in Patterson. His studio was here. We have his studio recreated upstairs, and we have his entire studio collection here, which is on rotating display. So I feel like this has become a kind of center of culture in a place where I have to say, when I was thinking of these things in 1980, people told me I was insane. Really, you can't do this here. Nobody's coming. So I have to say that they were wrong. Anyway, I've been very fortunate in the people who are part of cultural affairs and part of the Poetry Center and part of the Passaic County Cultural and Heritage Council, because how many people can say they have people they can depend on so completely as I do? Not very many people, I think. Anyway, I'm going to start. Reggie, you said you were going first, right? Am I getting this confused? Okay. Reggie Gaines is a Tony Award-nominated playwright and Grammy-nominated lyricist. Bring in noise, bring in the funk, Heidemann Award finalist, the Beatles Killed Jazz, and winner of the 2003 Downtown Urban Theater Festival's Best Play Award, Other Aspects. God, my eyes are going. Reg has 4 books of poetry, including the original Buckwheat and Abstract Sax, and is editor of the 2015 Poetry Anthology, A Year in Ink, Volume 8. This former New Yorican Poets Cafe Grand Slam champ has read his poems on the Arsenio Hall show, Jon Stewart, Cafe Grand Slam, Jon Stewart. So you have to, sweetie, next time, put big spaces between the lines. Because I have double vision, and I've seen lines 3 times. Okay, I'm sorry, honey. Okay, phew. Jon Stewart Show, MTV's Spoken Word Unplugged, Woodstock 94, MSNBC Edgewise, and seasons 4 or 5 of HBO's Deaf Poetry. He was recently commissioned to write and direct Through the Looking Glass by Center Theater Group, a project designed to create theater in underserved Los Angeles neighborhoods. I want to say about Reggie Gaines that I was fortunate enough, he used to come and give a lot of workshops in Patterson, and recently he started giving workshops in Patterson again, and we're really grateful to him. I was fortunate enough to go to hear him give a workshop at Eastside High School, where I went to school. He didn't do it while I was going to school there. He was more then, but probably about 1990, I went to see him do this workshop And he was so amazing. And he's up there and he's on fire. And the kids are, I don't mean literally on fire, but he's, I'm sorry. I think I'm very shocked. Anyway, but he was on fire. And he's up there and he's going, "Pretend you're a camera. Pretend you're a camera. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Pretend you're a video camera. What do you hear? What do you hear?" And the kids are responding like crazy. I responded like crazy. He made me cry. He was being funny, but he was both funny and serious, and it was amazing. Let's welcome Reggie.
Can I get my participants who are in the workshop to come up with me? Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. So everybody else dropped out.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna help. Y'all gonna be like, oh yeah. I want to make sure that you guys get on camera so that. Where should we go, man?
We're missing one for you.
Well, we want you to be seated.
So we want you to be seen. Come on. Just flank me.
You expect this, right?
So we're gonna change the music. Cal, you can go right into To Beat the Heat. So I want each one of you, I'm gonna start reading the poem, but I want each one of you to echo the line that you wrote. And just keep going and musically. Just do To Beat the Heat. Because my rest, we'll work it out. Improvisation is best.
First, in terms of hearing the instrument.
While these guys are out, just give you a mic. Okay. Let me just.
Are we going to do that
Whatever you want to do. Hey, Cal. Thanks for coming.
That was good.
I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey. And without that experience, I wouldn't be the person I am. And I want to do a little poem. It's called Stolen Car. These folks were in the workshop earlier, and they're going to help me. They're going to be like the Supreme's background. And this is all improvisation for them. But don't be nervous. The main thing is you're running the camera.
That's right.
This is my brother Calvin.
Don't block me this side.
She said, "Don't block her good side." So listen to the rhythm, listen to the beat, and whenever you want to fall in, just fall in. Make sure it's whatever.
So fun.
Black on black Beamer, boosted from Bayonne, flying north on Bergen Ave. 3 cop cars in rearview mirror, siren screaming. Chan whips right on Claremont, zooms past Ocean, slams brakes, we bail.
I tried to keep her, but she
I spin up Arlington, hot fence, duck behind 4 trash cans in Valerie Davis's driveway. Tap dips down Claremont, zooms past Ocean, turns left, runs towards Teddy's grocery store.
Oh, I'm dancing in this darkest night.
Chan slides from driver's side across the street. The slow pen stroll as cop car screech to a halt.
He's warm and wiry, open and wide.
5 officers exit, split in different directions. Chan does 180, walks towards them. They run right by.
Nervous energy, creativity.
Cops can't catch Tap. Must move ASAP or go to jail. Heart thumps so loudly, barely hear Valerie peck window. Thin index finger motions towards kitchen door. Latch unlocks, slip inside. Sound of footsteps rise behind.
I tried to keep her.
Oh, I'm dancing. After you left me.
Nervous energy, creativity.
Picture window view of cops chasing tails. Chan nears Beamer, footsteps louder.
I tried to keep her. She had other plans.
Footsteps louder.
Oh, I'm dancing in this dark night.
Footsteps louder.
He's warm and wiry, open and wide.
Footsteps louder.
Nervous energy, creativity.
Everybody together.
I tried
Oh, I'm warm and wiry, dark,
Creativity.
wide.
retreat into other plans.
One more time, whisper and walk away.
Retreat into other plans.
Thank you. Cops can't catch tap. Must move ASAP or go to jail. Heart thumps so loudly, barely hear Valerie peck the window. Then an index finger motions towards side door. Latch unlocks, slip inside. Sound of footsteps rise behind. Cops can't catch tap, cops can't catch tap. Cops make way to window, watch insane scene unfold. Stare at cop, stare at Chan, whose hand reaches for Beaver's door. Unsure what's first. Chan smirk, Valerie screech. Kick back from 38, shell shattering breastplate. Chan drops as if he has no legs. Following day, enter English glazed in guilt. Valerie, me, only souls who know cop's version is fiction. Sit, rewind, compose. White eyes, nose, dumb sheet on desk. Later, leaving English, met by gold-braided brass who stares as if I've killed one of theirs. Cuffed, red rights, watch cop tear sheet, toss in trash. Led to shiny black and white, which conspicuously sits in front of school. Dump head, duck down in seat. Cop car jets to what's known on these Jersey City streets as number 555. Take the chorus, Cal. Low IQ haiku, number 22. Homeboy, I feels worse than your mama on the first. Check is late again. Low IQ haiku, number 52 for Miles Davis. Don't need religion to have peace on earth, just a Miles solo with strings. Christian haiku for Langston Hughes. If my name were Christ, I would definitely think twice about coming back here.
Yes.
Calvin's kind of famous. He's very shy. He's kind of famous. As a producer and a musician, Destiny's Child, Temptations. So he's kind of been out there. So I really appreciate him coming and sharing his skills with y'all. Because one thing I found out about poetry, it runs dead second place to this. So this tells better stories than this could ever. And so our goal is like trying to tell that kind of story. Noisy bar with friends watching the game gone completely insane cause team is losing bad, lost mad dough. So I sip a drip of foam, head home alone. Brisk chill fills night, feeling light, the light creates reflection in thick plate glass. Seek a stop or hopes they pass me by. Heading my way, what's to say? No ID. Wrong color to B-boy, to B-boy, to B-boy, to B-boy, and this would pass 9. Correct time for another king, another king, another king crown. Wicked wind whips, I frown, this sound of rough gravel voice. About to hoist hands in air, when man in blue stares and asks, hey buddy! Who the king? It's opening night of the Pulitzer Prize winning drama, Top Dog, Underdog. Watch me close now. Sheik and I hop out of the car. He's swarmed by photographers. I step aside, witnessing a circus when a reporter sticks her mic in my face. I wax poetically about the lack of black folk on the great white way. How our stories tend to be told by people who do not look like us. She seemed genuinely interested until the word minstrel leaps from my lips. Signaling the cameraman to stop rolling, I move towards Sheik, who speaks with Russell Simmons. As we enter the Ambassador Theater, the reporter screams, "What's your name?" I say, "The Last Celebrity," laughing all the way to our 7th-row aisle seats. The following day, on the New York Post infamous page 6, is a photograph of Sheik and an unidentifiable figure sitting above the caption which reads, "Savion Glover and the Last Celebrity attend Suzanne Laurie Park's Top Dog Underdog." I sometimes wonder if the reporter ever knew my name. I want to dedicate this to everybody. Everybody wants to help you out. Everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody wants to free the fright at the end of the funnel. Everybody wants to be or not to be left out in the cold. Everybody wants to act like they told you so when you ain't heard shit. Everybody wants to be everything, swinging tight-lipped lust when it's love you need. Everybody wants to nick you, cut you, slice you till you bleed to death. Everybody thinks they're the best, but once you put your money where your mouth used to be, then all of a sudden, everybody wants to be like you. Everybody who's somebody new comes along, dancing, prancing, and romancing the crowd. Somebody loud and obnoxious. Somebody with a bigger click, clack, clinking right on by. Somebody who can lie, cheat, and steal. Somebody copping to feel real slick like somebody kissing you goodnight like you ain't never, ever, ever been kissed before. Somebody sure feels good, somebody would but won't last. Somebody sucking up fast with a sly-ass grin. But when somebody passes you by, don't look back, because you might like what you won't see. Everybody's the same, yeah, everybody. Everybody's the same. Everybody's the same. Everybody's the same, but...
Talking about Mr. Trump.
Hey! Sorry, man. Oh, just do your thing. You doing great. He says, "Oh, I need to practice before we do this, Red."
It's fine.
I don't practice. Can we give him a hand?
Yeah.
Because he's really into electric bass. He's all broken up because Prince died. That was more than I mean, I'm sure we all are. He's all broken up because he got a picture of like 20 years ago. He looked just like Prince. You should have brought that with you. And it's so much fun not to have to read from a book. Could I borrow your book that you just bought? I'm going to act like I'm reading from my chapbook. I know it all by heart, but it's like an effect. Like I learned from Mary Baraka that he knows his poems by heart. He reads from the book so people can see it so they'll buy it. And I'm sitting there with, because Calvin and I drove him back from the gig gig we did at Aaron Davis Hall, right? Here's one of my great American rock stories. Do you know Mary said, "Are y'all hungry?" It was midnight. "Are y'all hungry?" Yeah, I guess so. What do you want to eat? Do you know? Guess what he said? He was coming from Aaron Davis Hall, which is on 138th in Harlem, and he said, "Let's go to Popeyes." Wait, this is the iconoclastic of Mary Baraka, Black nationalist, Black art movement. I mean, my idol, right? And we're sitting in the car like, and I know him. We know him. You know, we know him. You know, he in his house, but when he's Mary Baraka, he said, "Let's go to Popeyes." And you don't know whether to laugh or like, come on, bro, come on, fried chicken, watermelon, come on. You don't expect fried chicken to come out of, or Popeye to come out of Mary Baraka's mouth. You just don't expect it. So when it comes out, you go like, keep playing. We pull up in front of Popeyes on 125th, right near the A station, right near the A train. It's 12 o'clock Saturday, so it's melding into Sunday, right? I don't know who's been there before, but if you've ever been on 125th on a Saturday night at midnight, it's like wild, wild west. I don't even mean that in a negative way. It's just energy, mad energy. Tree, what's up? Love you, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. I'm telling a Baraka story. Hey, come sit over here, man. This is family. So, we walk, Calvin and Eileen, they're not known in Popeyes. I walk in with them just to, like I'm security or something like, don't know. So there's like 6 registers and there's 6 people deep on one. Boom, boom. He walks in and you know I'm very sure. So almost everybody in Popeyes is taller than him. Right? But he got his, signature hat on. Right? But it's 6 deep people. They give me this, I want a box of that, give me the biscuits, So Mary's just sitting there chilling. I can't believe he's gonna order chicken. I just can't believe it. Young lady at the last register. She got the gold earrings on the doorknob. She's got a blonde dreads, but they kind of blondish black, and she's yapping and giving the guy like, "You gonna order or what?" And so she just yapping. We're standing there, and all of a sudden, and I swear to God, this is a true story. This woman says, "I know you, excuse me." And she said, "Come here." And she actually told him to come, and he cut in front of the line. And the guy said something, "This is my grandfather, you just shut up." I said this. "This is my grandfather, you just shut up, you gotta go home." And she said, she don't know him, she said, "My mother loved you." Play that, I'm gonna make that joke first. "My mother loved you." My mother loves, she said this to him, "My mother loves you. What do you want?" And he was standing there like, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Not a single other person in Popeyes knew who he was. But this one, Danny Shaw, he was just talking to us. We were just talking about you. I'm here. Circles forever and ever. She paid the greatest homage. She gave him free chicken, but she let him get in front of all those people, and just out of respect, she didn't even know it. She told me, she said, "My mother loved you. She tried to make me read your poem, but I don't understand it, but she loved you." True story. He got the chicken, and then he gets back in the car, and he's chomping on the chicken, getting all greasy, and we're driving here. We run into traffic, Calvin, what did he say? "Stop playing, stop." Tell her what he said.
No, we got lost.
We got lost, but tell him what he called it. What he called it? Mary Baraka called the traffic going to the George Oregon. What do you call it? A moron parade.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "Oh no, back to Jersey, a moron parade." Give me some music. All right, I'm gonna act like I'm reading from the book. I'm gonna act. That's Danny Shaw. He published me. He's the first person published me. She's the second person published. Yo, so I'm in heaven. That's the first person published one of my poems. That's the second person published one of my poems. I'm amazed. haiku from Tree. And it goes, if you can get paid for some silly shit you made, best take the dough home. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna act like, I'm even gonna take my glasses. Freezing, baby, so believe me. Don't wanna be in Berlin in December, cause that's a whole new kind of cold. Goose cat stepping in your face like we here to entertain. This ain't no show. Talking jazz like they can reach out and touch. Don't know jack about no minor six in the bass. Don't know jack about nothing. Couldn't speak the language, course we was dumb. Fool ass manager talk that talk, told him, tell them cats to clean off room. Food awful, like monkeys in the zoo. Schwartz of nonsense up under their breath, licking their fingers, feeling off face. Didn't speak about race, kept saying, bacon and Dugan. What in the world is jungle music, man? Writers, all the writers, of course, it was white, sprouting out that black musicians. Jobs, baby, jobs, how good we treated other people love us. They don't love us. Find some white cat could blow, we wouldn't get no play. So we up on the bandstand, and this lavish whole gig was hot. I mean, I ain't never heard Eric blow so hard, class free. He was trying, he was flying, he was flying, he was out to lunch. Flicking notes at people's ears like rocks skipping across a lake. Hogs, bleep, blip, lips on fire, smoking his soul while them devils down low was hanging us high. And why fruit taste strange when you so far from home? Autographs, ladies fast, you know them Nazis try to kick our ass. Communicating, collaborating, cat stomping so hard, dance floor shaking like the shade blowing soprano while shooting off a 45. Ain't no job. White man lied when he said, Mama, little baby, love champagne red. Cause we love diamond mines, caviar, plays read to teeth, 12-bar abstract, man, he blew it, was new, hot, calculated chaos, and when God blows sax, thunder cracks, but man, Eric played louder than that. Back to the hotel, climbing them long-ass stairs, too tired to pull out my key. See a swastika on Eric's door. Dash downstairs, tossing chairs, people dodging, ducking under tables, and here come Eric with that big-ass grin. Cause that cat could always see the brighter side of midnight. Rooms clean, shower, hit the town. And bad as we was in that concert hall, bopped from club to club, had a ball blowing late to the night. Next thing I know, daylight. Heard Eric say had to stay the next day, blow for the cats for free, cause see who that's who he was. Shook hug, hopped my flight, fell back to a deep ass nod. No dreams, no nightmares, like magic, I'm there. Fight to catch a cab to Manhattan, hit the crib. First thing I did, light my pipe. Wasn't home a minute, feeling fine. Hit a jingle on the telephone line. Picked up the phone, some white cat said, Eric's dead. Take the chorus, bro.
Probably
4 minutes. Alicia's track is give me some percussion. Slow down the tempo a little bit. Give me a bassline, Calvin. I'm gonna do this for, and don't nobody throw little rocks or cans at me, nothing. But I'm gonna do this for Africa Bambaataa, who've been accused of this sexual craziness, and if he did it, he should be locked up or whatever, but I can't disregard the part he played in creating hip-hop. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So this is for him. Bambaataa took sounds off the South Bronx blocks, next to sample from Kraft or Jamaica, Planet Rock. Cool hurricane from Kingston brought the bass and the boast. Mixed Jamaican dub poetry with prison toast. Grand was in theater, Masters, Caz, and Flash was in it cause they loved it, not for no cash. Made bad people party in the projects in the bars, from daybreak to dusk, to way past dark. I know what I like, now who's the best? Rakim, the message, I try call quest. I know what I like, now who's the best? X-Clan, brand new, and Dougie Fresh. I said I know what I like, now who's the best? Rakim, the message, I try call quest. I know what I like, now who's the best? X-Clan, brand new, and Dougie Fresh. Hit the B-boys, lace the dolly, up in the street, spinning on cranies, breaking to the beat. Bodies got sore, crowds screaming for more. Crew pushing with him, bust through the door. Rhyme was hot, blew up the spot. Public wasn't hip, so it's not like they forgot. Rap came from the Bronx. It hadn't heard the way we mixed the beat. With this word like this, Duke had the flow. Curtis Lowe, Roxanne, Shantae, when she real, I don't know. But Run D and J, way back in the day, told us fans don't need drums and guitars to play. Music, making magic, making money too. All but done for fun, cause nobody knew. KRS, who more these days, it's not a kid like so with much sooner than later. We going for the go. I know what I like, now who's the best? Rakim, the message, I try to call friends. I know what I like, now who's the best? X-Clan, brand new, and Dougie Fresh. I know what I like. Who's the best? Rakim, the message, the tri-call quest. I know what I like. Now who's the best? X-Clan, brand newbie, and Dougie. Dash, dash, dash. Dance to Salt and Pepper. Bite of MC's like, and you know that this is women till Latina wasn't right. Chuck DFPE said that we should bring the noise. Gave me license to chill with the Beastie Boys. My minister served playing third base. Smacking his little waxing ass with the gas face. Do what you like, but humble your shop. Put a tiny dancer down by the name of Tupac. Hey, I know what I like, but who's the best? Rakim, the tribe. I know what I like, but who's the best? Rakim. I said I know what I like, but who's the best? Rakim, the message, the tribe, the best. I know what I like, but who's the best? X-Clan, brand new, and Dougie Fresh. For 1, 2, 3, and 3, go. I finished with a haiku by American Rock. No, a local. A local by American Rock. The black people ain't got time to count syllables. Oh, God. Class gas. Let me start again. Class gas. For those who know. Since the rich eat more than anybody else, it is reasonable to assume they are more full of shit. Thank you.